Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Activities for People Living at Home with Dementia. We are proud to offer this series with funding from the Area Agency on Aging and the United Way of Tarrant County. These programs are recorded and are made available for viewing through a YouTube channel for future use. I am your host for today's activities. Our topic today is Ageless Grace, brought to you by V'Ann Giuffre. V'Ann is going to help our brains and our bodies move together in sequence. And I'm so excited she's here today. V'Ann, take it away.
Hi, everybody. It is so wonderful to see you all again. Glad to be back. Glad you are all here. Remember a couple of pointers in case you haven't joined us in a while or haven't joined us ever. We're going to stay in our chair the whole time because that's going to work our brain better. Our brain's going to have to think a whole lot more to do the activities we're going to do in a chair. And you are going to do everything at your own pace. Only do what feels comfortable to you as it feels comfortable. If there's something that you can't do, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to join in, or you can just modify a little bit with parts of the body that are feeling good today. So, and if you are feeling like just knocking it out of the ballpark, you can do that too.
Try your right
So, we're going to turn on some music, have a little fun. All about Ageless Grace is all about fun and imagination. So we take a few minutes and try not to take the world too seriously. So we're going to start with spaghetti spine. That's the first tool we're going to do today. Spaghetti spine is all about flexibility in our spine. So we're thinking about cooked spaghetti or maybe fresh spaghetti, but not dried spaghetti. So we're going to move all of our spine starting at the very base of our skull with our cervical spine, our thoracic spine in the middle, and our lower lumbar spine at the very base, all the way down to our tailbone. So I'm going to turn some music on and we're going to get our spine moving. So we're going to just start some nice twists, side to side. There we go. If it feels okay, speed up that twist a little bit. We can reach side to side. This music feels like a spy movie to me. All right, we're going to reach forward and pull back. Reach forward and pull back. Go. All right, feet out in front of you, flat on the floor. And let's reach down toward the floor. And back up. If you don't get down to the floor, that's okay. One more like that. All right, we're going to reach to the side and swing it around the front. Nice big circle. And let's go the other way. imagine you were running and jumping across the tops of buildings? There, see, I knew Don would. I knew Don would, right? You either chasing the bad guy, or you were the bad guy, running from James Bond. Okay, the next tool we're going to do together is called Dive In. Dive In. So this is all about imagining things with water, playing in water or doing activities in water. Now the song I picked, to me, you know, we use all these royalty-free, mostly instrumentals. When I listen to the music, I kind of sometimes imagine things that I think is happening. And this one, to me, sounded like a sea adventure, an adventure on the high seas. So I thought we would think about boating and sailing and doing things like that that you might do, whether you're a pirate of old or whether you're just out on a shipping vessel or something like that. So that's sort of where my head is this morning with this music, and we'll see where it goes from there. A little dive in. And the song is called Ocean Kingdom, so that's a great way to think too. So how about if we row the dinghy out to the ship, right? You have that little boat, takes you out to the big boat. Woo! Seas are getting a little choppy out here. I hope you brought your Dramamine. Alright, now if we're on a big sailing ship, we might have to hoist the sails. Alright, let's pull in the anchor so we can set sail. All the way in. If we're on a fishing ship, we might be casting nets out. Throwing our nets. Other side.
In the water?
Oh, that was a short adventure.
Do we get paid for being on this ship?
I hope so. I hope we were not conscripted and dragged onto the ship. So yes, I'm sure we are champion fishermen, fisher people on this ship. So that was a little dive in. Sometimes we actually swim, but this time I thought we'd do it a little bit differently and think about being on the water, on a ship. Have any of you actually sailed on a large ship ever? Yeah? See, look at that. I never have. I never have. I always thought it would be fascinating. All right, it is time for a little front row orchestra. We'll do a little front row orchestra. I started to say Fort Worth Orchestra, which I think fits too. They're coming to the end of their season, but we're going to play musical instruments. Again, if you don't know how to play this instrument, we just make it up. I don't know how to play only about one or two instruments, but I've seen a lot of instruments played. And so we just make up how we think they ought to be played. And we'll do a whole lot of different instruments today, I think. That's kind of where my head is today. So let's do a little front row orchestra. Now remember, we're going to keep our foot tapping because we got to keep the beat. And professional musicians do not sit still. If you've ever watched an orchestra, some move a little bit and some move a whole lot while they play. So we are not sitting still kind of musicians. All right, how about your drums? I think we're probably on a timpani, a set of timpanis. We can have a bass drum. There you go. How about cymbals? Sometimes I play them like this. Now here's a little keyboard. It's kind of quiet. Here comes our strings. So maybe we do a violin or a viola. And we can switch sides.
Back to the
Can we play with this?
How about if we conduct? We're the conductor of this big orchestra. Signal somebody to come in. How about a trombone? And you can switch hands, slide with the other hand. Here we go. Whoops. So that was front row orchestra. Front row orchestra. That's a fun one. Does anybody else ever conduct in your car while you're waiting at a light? Oh, good, Steve. Yes, I do sometimes. You know, you start, especially if you get a really good song on, right? You just start conducting because those lights get really long sometimes. Sometimes you get funny looks, and sometimes nobody even seems to notice. So
And other times people smile.
you're right. They do. They do. I like that, especially when you get. It's like I love driving up beside a car where somebody's just belting out the song on the radio. I just always think that's fun, right? They're just singing as loud as they can or something. I usually can't hear them, but I love to see them enthused about the song. Always want to knock on the window and find out what the song is. Okay. Next thing is we're going to do get down, get up. Get down, get up. So with this one, we're going to go from up to down toward the floor. A couple of safety things. Be sure your feet are out, both feet are out in front of you. Nice and flat on the floor. That keeps us balanced in our chair. We don't want anybody tumbling out. And we're just going to do all kinds of different ways to reach toward the floor. If you make it all the way to the floor, that's great. If you don't, that's great. It doesn't matter. We're going toward the floor. This is toward the floor, or this is toward the floor. Whatever feels comfortable for your body today. Just get those feet out in front of you, and we're going to go up and down a bit. We don't have to go really fast. And in that way, we're going to exercise our heart a little. We're going to reach up, tap, and down. Tap, tap. And you go at your pace. It doesn't have to be fast. There you go. You got it, Nancy. All right, let's add a twist to it. Twist to one side, and then down the other side. Twist up, and twist down. All right, we're going to switch sides. Twist up to the other side and down. Okay. Legs together, we're going to go up and wide. We're going to reach down wide. Last one like that. How about we cross? And cross down. There you go. There you go. So that should have gotten your heart rate up just a little bit. Just get that old heart pumping a little bit. Nothing extreme at all. Just a little concentrated exercise on our heart. That was get down, get up. Now we're going to do balancing act. So we're going to actually practice our balance while sitting in a chair. We're not going to stand up, but we're going to concentrate on our balancing points of our body. Our inner ear canals in our ears, that controls our balance. Has something to do with our balance. And so we're going to move that fluid around that's in those ear canals. So we're going to wiggle our head a little bit to get that ear fluid moving. We're going to play with the middle point of our body, which is inside our body. That's that middle point on the inside of our body, just about below the belly button. And we're going to play with it. We're going to find it. We're going to feel where it is. And we're going to know that our body has a part of it that is concentrating on keeping us balanced, keeping our front and our bottom part of our bodies coordinated and balanced. Then we're going to play with the balance points on our feet. Top of the pad of the foot, just below the toes, there is a point on each foot. And we're going to play with finding that point and knowing that if we were standing up, we're not going to stand up, but if we were and could find that point, we would be perfectly balanced because there's a spot on each foot that helps with our balance. So we're going to play, we're just going to move that point around and find it and practice balancing while sitting in a chair. Okay, first thing is scoot back in your chair a little bit to protect your back. And let's take both feet off the floor. Woo! And we're going to kind of wiggle around a little bit, float around. If you want to hold on to the chair, you can. Perfectly fine. And you can feel that point kind of try to pull you back up. You would actually have to override it to fall out of your chair. You'd have to push yourself over. Because your body wants you to stay upright. Woo! So maybe you're a bubble floating around in the sky. And then you can pop. So here's your bubble and pop. Okay, feet on the floor. And imagine that spot on the bottom of your foot. You can't see it from the top, but we're going to imagine where it is, and we're going to feel it. And just tap. And tap the other side. And switch. And switch. Now let's pretend you're walking on a ledge. You can decide how high that ledge is. Are you just above your garden? Or are you on a ledge on the top of a skyscraper?
Never.
Are you doing one of those hold on to the side of the building, you just stepped out of the window? Or you got stuck like I Love Lucy? And we're going to walk that ledge. Woo! You can decide if you can look down or not. And maybe we stand on one foot to look over that ledge. Nope. And you know what? We're going to do it a couple more times just to be sure we got both sides. There we go. Yeah, exactly. Ta-da! You can stand on one foot while seated in a chair. Great, great. Really important to practice your balance. I hope you do that occasionally in a very safe way. Hold on to something all the time. But occasionally, holding on to something really steady, like a counter or the back of a chair, is great if you've got a tall chair especially. Back of a chair, try taking a foot off the ground for a few seconds occasionally. Don't let go of the chair. And that's really important that we practice our balance all the time. All the time, so that our body continues to remember how to do it and help prevent falls, because we don't want any falls. down with a little yo baby. Yo baby. So this is in the style of yoga. And so we're going to do some stretches and we're going to hold our stretches. Again, do what feels comfortable for you. Don't ever do anything that your body doesn't feel comfortable doing. Let's start with the arm across the shoulder, across our chest, not across our shoulder, across our chest. And we'll just hold it. And relax. Let's bring the other arm across. We're just reaching across our body. And relax. Good. Clasp your hands behind your back if that feels comfortable. You can push down toward the seat of your chair if that's okay on your shoulders. Are you breathing? Just be sure you're not holding your breath. Keep breathing. And relax. Hold the back of your chair and we're going to lean forward. And relax. Come back up. All right, 1 foot out. Stretch 1 foot out and just lean into it. Just above the knee and lean forward. There should be a nice stretch in your back of your leg, back of your thigh, and back up. Other leg. Stretch it out there. Wrap the arms around in a big hug. You can even wrap your feet if you want to. Cross your feet. Big breath. And relax. Let's do it again, but the other arm on top. And this may feel a little awkward. And if you cross the feet, put the other one on top. Towards your shoulder. Just a gentle stretch in the neck. And back up. Other side. And back up. Oh, there you go. Hold it down a little bit with some stretches. And now we're going to speed it back up just a little bit with grab bag. So grab bag is concentrating on dexterity in our fingers. So we're going to make a grabbing motion. Now we're going to go kind of all over the place with it, but if that doesn't feel good today, just keep this motion going. Working with making sure we have flexibility in our fingers. We'll probably go down to our toes too. So just so you know, if you want to kick your shoes off, if they're not off, you can kick them off, or you can exercise your toes in your shoes. Totally up to you. Okay, we're going to start to the side. Are you wearing a cool hat with your cool sunglasses? Let's reach up with one hand and down with the other. Alright. How about front with one hand and back with the other? Reach out and back. Let's get those toes involved. Reach. So it's like you're grabbing a marble or a pencil with your toes. You can do it with the hand as well. That sometimes helps our toes work better. You can speed it up a little bit if you want to. You can grab in a circle. You can grab overhead. Okay. All right, we're going to finish with a quick dance party because I just think that's a fun way to end a day. It's kind of a gloomy, overcast day, so we need to dance a little bit. This is just dancing in our chair, any way you think of to dance.
Dancing in our chair.
This kind of sounds to me like you're dancing on a keyboard. There you go. Maybe we're dancing on American Bandstand.
Yeah.
Not quite the music they would have, but... Or on Soul Train.
I know.
Maybe we're in a Broadway show. Looks like Broadway's coming back to Bass Hall. Yay! I don't usually go, but I like knowing they're there. Whew.
Oof.
Here we go.
Lion King will be here in the 22-23 season.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I like Lion King.
Yes.
That's a fun show. That's a really fun. I believe Cats is coming back. Cats
Oh,
is
I've
coming
never
back.
seen that.
So that's a fun show. It's been around forever. Anyway, okay, let's finish with a couple of nice big breaths. After all that dancing, we need to take a breath or two. So here we go. Big in through the nose, out through the mouth. Here we go. And exhale. A nice loud exhale. In. And out. All right, are you ready? We're going to do our exhale. It's going to be a big sigh because it feels like I need a nap in this rainy day. Here we go. And big sigh.
Oh.
All right. Yay. There we go. Thanks, everybody, for playing with me.
Well, thank
you.
you.
You're welcome. That was fun.
Van, you are awesome. And I can tell you, I was not waked up and I thought I was.
Good.
You have done good things for my body today, and I'm sure everyone else could say the same.
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Yes, I hope it won't be too long before you're back with us again. This is good for us.
Good.
Absolutely. Well, with Van here, what's coming up? Tomorrow, Peggy Spear, and she's going to show us some things about recycling, and she's calling it Make It New with the Amon Carter Museum of American Art. So as they say, be there or be square. And Van, anytime you want to join us just for funsies, you are so welcome to come.
Thank you very much.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
very much.
If you're busy with your job, that's great. If you're not, come and join family.
Thanks. I appreciate the invitation. Love it.
Yes. And everybody remember Steve as he starts to get on his second part of recovery, and think about Phil as his doctors work on finding out what's going wrong with his blood and platelets. And for all of us to be healthy, right?
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Have a great day, everybody.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
See everybody tomorrow.
Take care,
Yeah.
Steve.
Good to see
Bye.
Thank you.
everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.